Hey, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to keep your skills marketable in this job market. And we know it's been a challenging job market recently. Those who have jobs are trying to hold on to their jobs, and those who may have faced job loss are looking for jobs or trying to figure out other ways of making income. And so I just wanted to share with you, as I've been a recruiter for many years, over 15 years, and I've been researching, job searches, new ways of doing your job search, new ways of, providing your resume. And so I wanted to come on here and give you some good practicals. All right. So stay encouraged. Now is just a time where you may have to be a little bit more open than you have been before, as far as the title or, what company you want to work for, what industry. As long as you stay open, I think that's key in this job market. All right. So we're going to start by talking about your resume. You always want to keep an updated resume, and you can look up the latest trends. I actually have updated mine within the last 3 months, and I continue to add to it, as I get new training or, just learn new skills. Whether that be on LinkedIn or doing a webinar, there's so many ways to gain and increase your skills. So that's part of the beauty of looking, in the time that you are looking for a job or deciding if you're going to start a business, you can build on your skills. And that's always going to keep you more marketable if you keep up with the latest trends of what's needed, within your profession, or, keeping an open mind about what direction you want to go with your business. If you're looking to add, AI functions, or if you don't have time to do it, you're looking to hire someone to do that for you. So there's a lot of ways that you can, build on your resume and add to it. There's still the guideline of keeping it to no more than 2 pages, and then keeping it to 10 years of experience. No more than that is needed. Okay. And so really, the skills are going to be still up front, and, you also can include, your education, your certifications, those things up front so that people can see the ways that you're skilled and trained, and that way they can match it up to what their needs are, or even, showing that in a portfolio of just, what you did in previous roles that show your expertise, projects you've completed, processes you've improved, those things you want to have up front. And, now with, the job that you've worked and the title, they still want that, the dates of employment. You can put a year range. So like, 2020 to 2023, you want to keep that range in there. And if you want to put the month, that's helpful. So you can put the month and year. So that's still an option. Now the description itself, the bullet points underneath the title and job description are going to be just one sentence, very simple, explaining, action of what you've done and completed in those roles. And any specifics with, where you were successful is very, very helpful to an employer, or even, working with a new business or a new client, showing where what you've achieved, all right, in your previous role or previous projects. Okay, so that's the latest and greatest with the resumes. They kind of flipped it. They want everything up front with, what you've done, as far as degrees, certifications, training, those types of things. And I'm going to do a tutorial on how to put a resume together for today's, I guess, modern resume. I'll put that up for 2025. So look forward to doing that video for you. So resume, we've talked about that. Definitely making sure you're updated on LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, definitely get on there. It is a great way to advertise your resume, your skills, certifications you're completing. LinkedIn offers all kinds of training modules, and so it's easy to get certifications on there. They do have a small fee, or it may be even more. I know the first month they're offering a free 30-day trial, so that's always nice to have, where you can just try out LinkedIn and see how it benefits you. Now they also have the AI function that will give you suggestions on how to word things, kind of, make things more clear and crisp, which is nice. And then they also, of course, they offer the networking opportunities, which have always been there, where you can connect with, different people in industries, or, say someone that's interviewed you. Sometimes they afterward offer you to connect with them on LinkedIn, or people reach out to you on LinkedIn. You're able to connect with them. But it is a really great way to network with a specific job that you've applied to. You can always follow up, by reaching out to that recruiter that was assigned to that position and just checking on the status of things. And then, of course, you're always able to apply to positions on LinkedIn, which is nice. So it's good to keep your resume updated on there. It's definitely recommended that you keep it fresh. So I would say once a month, even, checking that. And they also say your profile picture, making sure that's updated at least 6 months to a year. So something good to do to keep things fresh and new. All right. And so that's LinkedIn. Of course, we now have, we've had it for a while, and actually LinkedIn offers us too, kind of a social media aspect to it, where you are able to put live videos on there. And, I've seen people advertising their company, what they're doing recently. They have webinars. And so that is something where you can use that resource to advertise about, your skills or training, or maybe an event that you're planning, and just kind of, keep a portfolio that way. And also, you are also able to advertise, if you are looking for work, you can put open to, work, and that I actually recommend, that you put that out there for recruiters specifically. And they have an option on there where you can choose recruiter, only view, so that it's not open to like everyone out there, because you'll get all kinds of, contact, people reaching out to you just because they see you're looking for work. So there is a way that you can limit that to just recruiters, which is nice. All right. And then, LinkedIn is great. There's so much on there. You can actually even upload your portfolio, keep that updated. If you're into maybe art design or graphic design, you can put your latest and greatest projects on there. Also, you can, add on there, just anything that you've done that really helps you stand out. Even for, say, IT, you can advertise a project you completed. what you implemented, changes made, maybe, and even responses from, people that have worked with you, asking them to endorse you. They still have that option on LinkedIn, which is nice. So people can see, from your client base, the experience that they've had. All right. So LinkedIn has a lot of functionality, a lot of resources there. Definitely a good tool to use. All right. So for advertising your resume or even, standing as your resume, which a lot of the search websites, job search websites still have that option where you can create a resume on their website, like Indeed. They offer that, as well as most job search websites. So, definitely you can look into that. If you don't have a resume created, it will offer you advice. A lot of them offer an AI function now that will help you create the resume, give you advice and suggestions on, word choices. And, it's really a nice thing to have, as an assistant is the AI function to give you advice on what'll help, what words would help your skill sets stand out and make sense. Make sure your resume makes sense. All right. So I know, a lot of them offer that function. And the other option for, advertising your resume with your skills would be a social media, really just advertising yourself as the resume. So on YouTube, you could do that. You can set up a YouTube channel and you are able to, share about yourself, your skills, kind of, what you've done, projects you've managed, how you've supported a team, whatever your skill set, you can market your skills that way. And it's also a great way to, be available for webinars. A lot of the influencers offer, including myself, just offer, networking, opportunity or, guides. So it is, a lot of you probably already know that, but YouTube is a great resource. TikTok, I've seen people, advertising their skill set and looking for jobs, through TikTok, pardon me. And then also, again, LinkedIn, which we've talked about. So, there's lots of ways to, you can do a resume video, where you're just on there and you're talking about, what you've done through your business or through your profession to appeal to employers and maybe even, positions that aren't even posted yet, where you're able to kind of talk to the employer through social media and even on Facebook. So Instagram, you name it. So there's so many ways that we're able to, get creative with, our resumes and putting ourselves out there in front of employers or, marketing your business now, which is a beautiful thing. All right. And then also, it's good also still, I know sometimes we don't think about this as much, but referrals are always a good way to market yourself. Having a referral that is ready to give a testimony about you, whether, on the phone, verbally, or in writing, or even, meeting them on your channel and, talking through, what I mean, just projects you've done for them, how you handled them, and letting them give testimony about the work that you have supported them with, projects, or how you've led in a great way in the workplace. So, just a video testimonial, So those are some ideas. There's plenty more. It's just, obviously we do have to just take some time, think through, and I will also continue to give you more ideas of, how to market yourself in this economy with your skills. And, you know, I mean, stay positive. I think that's a very important part of it, because that affects the way you present yourself. Also, when you are ready for that interview, which is the next step, or to meet with that client, you will convey the confidence that's needed, that will help the employer or client trust you, and entrust their business to you. So, all right. So I hope this was helpful for you, and just be on the lookout for more videos to help with, marketing yourself. And there's so many ways that, you know, we have been blessed to provide information in this at this time of our lives, So be encouraged, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.